Right now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the MEC Chair for 24-25, Pat Thomasson. Pat, thank you for all you do. Thank you for what you've been doing for our state. And we really are very happy. Pat is the CEO of Thomasson Company, which is based in Philadelphia. And this morning, we're just happy to have you with us. So.
Well, thank you, Scott. Welcome, everybody. It's good to be here. Isn't it nice to be a Mississippian today? I mean, great. I'm excited about what Governor Reeves just said, excited about the new legislative session we have underway. Capitol Day provides an excellent opportunity for all of us to get together and talk about ways to move Mississippi forward. So I'm just glad to be here.
Well, I want to start real quick by talking about, the governor talked about all the different communities across the state that are impacted by the things that we're doing and trying to expand to all parts of the state. But I think at the local level, sometimes the amenities, if you will, or the things that you work on is important. And I know in your local community, you're very involved in what was initially the renovation of the Ellis Theater, and now is what the Congress of Country, Marty Stewart's Congress of Country Music. Last week, y'all broke ground in Philadelphia, or last month, y'all broke ground for the actual museum part of that. Why are those local things so important for our state, and why is it important for our businesses to be part of that process?
Mississippi has a rich cultural history. And decades ago, our state leaders realized that we need to show it off. It helped tourism, and it's helped our quality of life. And I took note when I was traveling around with the MDA 20 years ago about what they were doing. And since then, I've visited Elvis's birthplace and B.B. King Museum and the Grammy Museum and the aquarium and followed the Blues Trail and the Country Music Trail and seen the difference it's made in all those towns. Well, Philadelphia is really no different. What Scott just referenced is we opened the Ellis Theater a couple of years ago, and it's a beautiful little 500-seat theater. And it has given a shot of adrenaline to our community. A lot of property has changed hands that really had been unused. A lot of paint on the storefronts, new awnings. The town's busier, more traffic. Hotels are a little bit fuller. There's something going on uptown every couple of weeks. There's more festivals, there's more of this, there's more flowers, it's just really been great. And then in December, we opened the museum, we broke ground for the museum, which should open about end of 27 probably, if construction is on time, and we've got Yates working on that, so I'm sure it will be. But it's all because our state and local leaders came together. And so I hope y'all come to see the Ellis Theater and then the museum. We've had some great shows. Dolly Parton has come, so, but we're expecting Chris Stapleton in April. So, we've got some shows.
Well, and I tell you that's the great thing about what, the smaller venues that they're a lot of fun. I enjoy them. I've been able to be there a couple of times for some things in the past, and I think that's an important part of growing our community. And I think that's just one more thing when you think about MEC and the fact that we have such a broad base of businesses as part of our organization, and how today's Capitol Day is a chance to make some connections and talk about, public policy issues that impact all sectors of our economy. Why is it so important that these businesses be involved with us?
One of the strengths of MEC is it brings us all together. It brings the leaders together from all regions of the state, from all sectors of the economy. We have the big businesses, the small businesses, we're just all here. Different type of leaders, government to business. And we discuss the key issues that are important to business. We discuss them with each other. We discuss them with our elected officials. And we focus on the goals that set, our goals, the ones set out in the Securing Mississippi's Future Vision Plan. And together we want to make a significant difference in Mississippi. I was listening to Governor Reeves, and a lot of those items were in our first vision plan. So I think we're making a difference.
And I think that's what makes this event so good. It's a 90-day session. Things happen very fast. But there's a reason for doing this the first week. What makes Cap Day so meaningful?
Well, I used to wonder why we had to do this the first week. And I did. Okay, Scott, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I really understand it now. We get things early. It helps us inform members about what our priorities are. If we don't remember, we do after today. And so we put out our critical policy priorities, and Scott walks us through the process, because the process isn't always simple, it isn't always easy, and sometimes it's a long-term commitment. But most of all, it's the opportunities to connect. It connects us with our legislators, and it connects us with each other. So I love face-to-face meetings. I love being able to talk about issues with somebody that I'm going to see on the street, somebody I'm going to see in the grocery store, or just come together at another place. But whether we see our legislators here today or we see them at the Capitol, building that relationship is essential for moving our goals forward. So I hope we achieve our vision of cultivating job creation and economic growth, and I think that's worked well for us in the past.
Well, again, we appreciate you being here. I'm going to skip ahead. I've got one final question I want to ask you. In late October, MEC joined with the Mississippi Manufacturers Association, with the Mississippi Business and Political Education Committee, which is known as BIPEC, to announce the Business Alignment 2026. It's going to explore the possibility of creating a single organization really that can help our businesses really look after what the interests of our businesses are. As chair of MEC, you're a past chair of MMA, how do you see this unification process, and why is the time now the right time to take a serious look at this?
I am a proud member of all three organizations. And I can tell you there were three very strong organizations with three respected, solid leaders. And none of this, looking at this, could not be possible without their help. So we have put together a detailed year-long process to determine what is best for all three organizations. The process started in October. And no decisions have been made because it's a process. So we're committed to an open and fair evaluation of this initiative. The goal is really to determine if and how a more unified structure might deliver greater value and greater effectiveness. The leadership of all three agree this is a good time to look at this. And I think we look at this through a lens of strength. So if we have three strong organizations, we can see what the future really can be with all that strength coming together. And to see if one organization can accomplish more than what the three accomplish. The goal is really to ensure that the outcome reflects what is best for the Mississippi business community and what is best for our state.
Well, we're excited about this process. I think it's something that for our members and the members of the other organizations is really worth exploring. To your point, no decisions have been made, but I think we're moving down a path to really see what that may look like. So we're excited about that, and we appreciate your involvement in that. Any final thoughts before we move on to the next?
Well, it's exciting. It's all exciting. I'm excited to be at Capitol Day today. It is a wonderful day to be in our state capitol. I was energized by Governor Reeves' announcement, but there is so much more on the plate for business. There's so much more we got to do. We've got to look at. We've got to take care of our people. We need all Mississippians to win, and that's the goal for what we do. And I want to give a special thanks for Governor Reeves for coming, all our legislators for coming down here today, for being here and sharing their time and thoughts with us. Capitol Day helps us understand the legislative process and helps MEC serve as business, serve as the voice of business. But it really just helps us build those relationships that make all the positive things in our state possible. Thank you.
Pat, thank you for what you do. We thank you for taking a few minutes to talk about what's happening at MEC, and more importantly, we're excited about what's happening in the future. Thank you so much.